one thing that's good about where I live is you get a lot of dead Christmas trees by the side of the road. No. We have like 7, 8 lakes in the city, and most of them, well, all of them but one really, have these kind of dam things right here. And they're just these long, straight little areas that would be great for wheelies, but you gotta come here when no one else is around, because, you know, you don't want to upset the public, but... This one's one of the busier ones, and I can always come here hoping no one's here, but never get lucky. I just like it because it's kind of double like this, which is nice. See if we can avoid interrupting these fishers. But yeah, they're a good spot to practice if you're looking to do that. All right. Do you like that, guys? Do you like how, through the power, nay, the magic of video editing, I just teleported from one lake to another? Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool? Pretty cool? Yeah, I know. I know it is. So it can do it in first, I mean. Now I'm around 4,000. It's just not happening. Okay, guess this is as good a place as any. So there's something I've been wanting to talk about that I haven't been noticing, I don't know, but it's elitism in bikes. Like, I also mountain bike. I think that's something a lot of supermoto and dual sport guys do, actually, because, you know, it's awesome. but yeah, and, you know, they're usually a friendly bunch, bikers, that is. Gross. But they're really an elitist bunch. Like, whenever you're talking to other bikers and they're like, oh, you're a biker? Yeah, you're a biker. You ride, you know. One of the first questions that'll come up, it'll be, what do you ride? And, you know, I ride this beat up, cheap, entry-level hardtail, and I tell them, you know, I'm not ashamed. I ride it, and I ride it hard, and I have fun. It's, you know, it's what I got, and I'm not really one of those guys who wants a more expensive bike, to be honest. If it's a few pounds heavier, I'll just adjust to that. I don't care. But as soon as you say that, as soon as they hear you don't have, you know, a specialized stunt jumper comp or, you know, whatever, I don't know, some $2,000 carbon full suspension something or another, they're just kind of done with you. I mean, they'll still try to be friendly, but you can tell they just lose interest as you in a biker. And you as a biker. Whatever. You get the point. And it's just kind of crappy, man. Like what? Because I don't have an expensive bike, you're not going to take me seriously? I can't possibly be a good rider? And that's what it is. They're like, oh, he's got a cheap bike, so he doesn't, you know, he doesn't really ride, so I'm not interested. And I mean, I see an awful lot of that in bikes. Like, every time I talk to someone, that's pretty much how it goes. That's funny. And it sucks, man. I don't like being judged by what I ride. And in motorcycles, yeah, it's the same thing. If you Harley guys, if you just ride a Sportster, then you're not taken seriously. You're not really a Harley guy. Or if it's a Honda Cruiser, you know, whatever. Supermoto guy, well, we'll get to that. Sport bike guys, if you just ride a Ninja or like a CBR 250 or something like that, they're not, you know, it's like, oh, he just rides a 250. And I think for sport bikes, that's something that's definitely, it's definitely dying out, and that's good, because you know, everyone's got to start somewhere, and I think people are finally realizing that. And 250s are great bikes. They can ride fast, they can keep up in the twisties, so I think, yeah, you know, people are coming to terms with that, and they're not looking down on it so much now. Still, they are, but it's changing is the point. Now, supermotos, I'm sure different guys are different, but everyone I've met, no one's ever looked down on me for riding a 250. They're not like, I don't want to ride with that guy, he's on a 250, you know, ha, 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 ha. At least not that I know about. God, it's wet out here. The only thing that really, you know, the only downside to riding a 250 that people will mention is that I'm a little slow, you know? When they hammer it, when I'm riding with a couple of my riding buddies, they both ride KTM's, one's a 450, the other one, I think it's bigger than that. I don't know, 5 something. Don't quote me on that, but it's quick. And I'm on my podunk little stock 250. I can't keep up when we, you know, crack that throttle open, but no biggie. You know, they don't give me a hard time for it. They know. And they want to ride with me. I want to ride with them. They don't, you know, there's no elitism there. Elitism? Whatever. And there is. In sport bikes, there is. In cruisers, there is. In adventure bikes, there is, but it's not such a big deal. Like, you'll get BMW guys. We all know about them. But you'll also get, you know, guys riding beat up KLRs from the early 90s. And it works, man. You know, Eve-Ride, for example. Dude has a great time. Ugh. Gross. What other kind of bikes are there? Motocross is motocross. That's something else. But yeah, that's one of the great things about Supermoto is you can ride whatever you got, man, and no one's gonna really give you too much of a hard time for it. They might just mess around with you, you know. But like, take the Garden Snake for example. Rides a DRZ 400. Good bike, you know. Standard bike. Whatever. And he's thinking about stepping down to a WR250. And good for him, man. Those are great bikes. I wish I had one for sure. But I mean, you know, normally everywhere else you're pushed into stepping up to a bigger bike. And he rides Supermoto, and he's got a bunch of friends who ride DRZs. He rides with Fire Guy, who rides an 1100 Hyper Motard. So, and he doesn't care, man. He's thinking about that bike with no problem. And he'll ride it, and he'll love it, and he'll have fun on it. And no one's gonna give him a hard time for it, and that's the thing, man. What do you guys think about this cemetery stuff? Do you think this is, like, disrespectful to the dead? Am I being rude right now? I don't know. I'm not really a religious guy, to be honest, but it just seems like such a waste of good roads, man. These are cool little places sometimes. And, you know, personally, if I was dead, lying in the ground, I wish someone would come and ride on my grave. Or not on my grave, but around it. I'm not being rude, well, I don't know. Tell me what you think, guys. Is this a bad thing to do? Or is it completely cool? Because this isn't the first cemetery I rode in, to be honest. And it probably won't be the last. Unless you guys just hate it.